My name is Janelle Holt, and I'm an Equal Opportunity Specialist at NASA. I was born here in Houston, Texas. It's kind of funny because when you ask everyone here where you're from, everyone is from somewhere else. And I'm actually from here, yeah. I'm an Equal Opportunity Employment Specialist. We work with individuals who have different conflicts in the workplace, and we help them resolve those conflicts. I also work with individuals who have disabilities and they need an accommodation in the workplace for a disability that they have. It's really a rewarding feeling to be able to help empower someone to make their lives better. When I started school, the only thing that was definitive was that I was accepted to the college and I had a partial scholarship for my very first semester. I did not have transportation. I can't think of a time when I had less than 2 jobs. On average, I had 3. There's a lot of students who might not consider going to college because they can't figure out how to pay for it. And you can do it. I did it, you can do it. Sometimes it's gonna require some hard work and you might have to balance a few things, but it's doable. Through trial and error and talking to some of my peers and attending my classes is how I really decided to focus on the area that I chose, which was marketing. So then my question was, well, what can a person who's a marketing major do at NASA? Though I was a Houston, Texas native, though the co-op experience for me was the first time that I really came and was engaged in activities that happened at a NASA campus. Day one at NASA for me was a blur. I was super, super excited. I was very, very scared. It's one thing to see something on TV or to hear about it, but to know that I would be able to live it and be a part of that legacy was just, it excited me beyond belief. I've had an opportunity to pursue so many different fields within NASA itself. When I thought about NASA, I thought, okay, only scientists and engineers are at NASA, there's no place for me. I hadn't met any engineers or knew any scientists growing up. So it wasn't that those weren't career fields that I would have been good in. When you're not exposed there, it's just a different perspective that you might have. And especially with younger girls, by the time you reach 3rd grade, 4th grade, there's a drop-off in interest for young ladies pursuing the technical types of fields and young girls being interested or having that confidence in science and math. And I think that I'm one of the individuals who, had I known about some of those different opportunities, I probably would have pursued them. Helping people have exposure to the different possibilities that are available can make a huge difference. My mother has definitely been the biggest influence in my life. The work ethic she's instilled in me, as well as just my core values. She was able to juggle work and home and make it seem really seamless. I remember vividly calling my mom at work, and I would call her so much, and she never was irritated. And I would call her for things like, hey, what are you doing? And she would be like, I'm working. So, you know, now that I'm working and I know how busy a day can be and how many things I have to accomplish and how she still was able to have that patience with me, I think that has been instilled in me, and it's something that has helped me to have a level of caring and compassion that I think is really important when you're in a mission support function. The thing that I'm most proud of when I think of my career so far at NASA is the opportunity that I've had to connect with some of our students. I worked in the Office of Education here at Johnson Space Center, and I was the Minority University Research and Education Program Manager. From the time that I worked with the MURAP program, that was a 5-year time period, we were able to host over 650 students. And to just know that there's a student who might have went in a totally different direction had they not been exposed or introduced to the different possibilities that are available is very fulfilling to me personally. My goals are to be in an environment where I can continue to learn and I can continue to grow, where I'm able to challenge myself, most importantly, be able to make meaningful contributions to the area where I'm at. And in every one of the experiences that I've had at NASA, I've been able to do that. I honestly couldn't imagine the life that I've been blessed with. When I was in my phases of going through school and really trying to navigate a career for myself, I just saw success, but I didn't have a picture of what that looked like. And I really have actually been defining that for myself along the way. If someone were to ask me what is my dream job, I'm living my dream. That's just a great place to be, and that's what I've strived for, and I'm really happy that I'm at that place.